Hi everybody, welcome. Hi guys, welcome. Hello to Kenny, Abby, Dawn, Heather, welcome. Who else came in? Helen, welcome. See you all saying hello. Hi Holly, welcome. Welcome guys, come in. Hi Jo Beth, welcome. Hi Janine, welcome. Christy, welcome. Thanks for joining today, guys. I've got a psycho cat today, so we may be in for a bit of a laugh or a bit of annoyance. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how she goes. I'm really looking forward to getting some more of this one done. She's really starting to come alive now. Oh, just losing everything. I had to refill my mono eraser this morning. It was empty again. Hi Star, welcome. Hi Zeely, welcome. Come in guys, welcome. Busy morning this morning. We have a sooky little puppy and a crazy cat. Very crazy cat. I love at the start of the live. Hi Gracelyn, welcome. When everybody's saying hi to everybody, the whole chat is like, hello this person, hello that person, hello, hello, hello. Hi Seth, welcome. Oh, Copics, lots of fun. Hello my lovely people, welcome. Ooh, strawberry cheesecake. I don't like coffee, so that wouldn't do me anyway. Nope, I have my cup of tea. So oh Seth, my favorite paper is probably Neenah Classic Crest cover paper. It's solar white, super smooth, and it's £80. I haven't tried the £110, but I'm sure that one would be okay as well, but that's my favourite. But I have been trying to mix it up a little bit and use a little bit of this Strathmore Bristol Vellum Surface. I'm using that today, and I really do like how this is coming out, so I'm pretty happy with this too. And I started a dragon. Look, it's only really just started, but check this out so far. Obviously I've just put the base layers in our little dragon here, and that will get a lot more detailed as I add more layers. But I'm loving the paper. It's coming up really good. I can see a few little specks through there, and not putting too much pressure on it. I think I'm building it up really nicely, so I'm looking forward to finishing this one for next week. Yes, Loretta. Hello, and it is from Elizabeth Best's dragon book. That was a mouthful. I saw she posted, she got them all, a whole big bag of them, Abby. She is really excited about that. Hi Bev, welcome. Hello everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, I'm looking forward to doing a few more images on this paper. It looks really nice. I actually think this one's printed on the rougher side too. It is, I think. Yeah, I think this one I printed it on the normal side. So it's good, we're getting a try of each. On the Neenah Classic Crest, are we talking about now? Yes, I do. There are some cheaper brand pencils that don't go all that well on the Neenah Classic Crest because their pigment isn't quite as dark as some of the others, like Polychromos and Prismacolor I usually use on that paper with no problems. I'm actually using Coloursoft, Derwent Coloursoft on this one. I wanted to give them another go. So, yeah. Figured that patrons needed a different type of pencil to work with for a change. I have used Canson, it's just called Craft Card. Here in Australia, we don't get a lot of different types of paper, unfortunately. But I did use at one stage Canson coloured card, it's called. And I have used, when I can find it, this is the Canson Mixed Media. This is my big Canson Mixed Media pad. It's massive. And I've done a few test things on this page. This is a Canson paper. I found that Polychromos, Prismacolor, Black Widows, Pablo's, Holbein, Shapir Farben, Coloursoft, the Derwent Light Fast, Luminance all worked really, really well on this. The water products worked really well. The only thing that I found is that it's got a really heavy tooth on it, and the heavy tooth is really hard to get rid of. So some of the water-based products, you can see that the lines or the texture of the paper's actually disappeared, but some of them it's actually stayed, so you can see lines still, and I actually don't like that texture. So yeah, it wasn't that great. I didn't mind the PanPastels on it. The applicator worked really well. It was nice and thick and it grabbed the paper really well, and some of the other brand of pastels didn't work all that well. So yeah, the Tombow markers worked really well on this. And I actually used the Tombow markers and the Narre colours on this paper, but on the back of it, which is a smoother side, and that worked really well as well. So yeah, I don't mind it. But here in Australia, we can get this stuff called Canson Coloured Card, which is actually quite nice for just pencils, excuse me. And also I've used, here in Australia, we have a paper called Quill Board, and that also goes really well as well. So I like lots of paper. Copics don't work very well on it, actually. Sorry, I didn't show that one. Copics bled a lot. They went really fluffy. Here we go, I can show you quickly. So this is Copics. They really faded out and they didn't blend really well together, and it went kind of fuzzy and bled out on the edges. So it did go through as well. It didn't go quite so well. The Micador brush pens worked okay. All of the water-based stuff seemed to work fine. It was the alcohol-based didn't go very well on it. It kind of went weird looking. However, in saying that, there's nothing wrong with trying to learn your paper and working past that. And when you learn how your paper or your mediums work on your paper, you can pretty much work on anything. Hi Amy, welcome guys. Hi Pat, welcome. Joey, welcome. Linda, welcome. Who else has popped in there? Who else? Who else? Who else? Just shout at me if I've missed you. I've just scooted up to the top. Meow! Meow! I know you're going to be a pain today, aren't you? You are. What is wrong? You're a bit of a sook today. Hello, Shadow. Everyone's saying hello to you, Missy. And I just changed over my... This is the second pack of erasers I've had in the mono eraser. I just finished another pack. I do fly through them. I'll probably use it for things I could use different erasers with, but you know, who cares? Who cares, right? Hi Kelly, welcome. I just spotted you zoom in there and zoom out of the chat. Alright, so we're going to be using this today. I'm going to be continuing on with what I was working on last week. And I think, if memory serves me right, we just did a layer of blue. Was it? I don't even remember now. Yeah, alright, I've got a couple of packets of them, but I need to go. I need another art shop trip. I need a couple of things. The art shop, I've got some new pencils too that I wanted to have a look at. So today we'll be using Zest It. Now I've just poured some Zest It onto a cotton pad. They're just the makeup swab things, like a first aid cotton pad. I don't know if you guys have them. We just call them cotton pads. I've got a round one there on a little dish, and I've got a square one to wipe my brush on because the round ones, actually the square ones ran out and the round one was just a little bit easier on my little dish. Now this has actually just got a little bit of Zest-It poured on it. I've also got a sponge one as well, but I'm going to use this one. So I had some excess from a little thing I did with May and the oil pastels, and I used some in a little tub, so I've just poured that on there. And that's why it's blue, because it was blue. It was blue, but it doesn't matter. It works still quite well. So here I am, talking really fast, hoping that shadow's just going to disappear. And I love my mono eraser. And I'm out of breath already. What a mouthful, what a lot to say. Ask away if you've got questions. I'm just going to continue on with this. I just noticed that some of this, I think I used blue before we, hello Shadow, before we went off camera. And there's just a little bit still around the eye. I just want to get rid of that a little bit. But I think she's still too pink. What do you guys think? I think we're going to add a little bit of green to her skin. Oh, is that scary? We didn't already add green, did we? Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm blue, yabba-dee, yabba-da. I have a blue house with blue windows. But I'm going to use green. I'm using dark phthalo green. The colours that I've got for skin are Caput Mortuum, however you say it, Terracotta, Cinnamon, Light Flesh, Ivory. I'm using a little bit of dark phthalo green. It doesn't really matter which green you use. Ultramarine blue, doesn't matter which blue you use. A little bit of manganese violet, doesn't matter what purple you use. And I've also got a little bit of dark red, which we're going to be using in the lips. And I don't know what we're doing with the eyebrows yet. By the time we finish with the skin, she's going to look kind of strange without eyebrows, but we'll make it work. We will make it work. So I'm going to add a little bit of green. Let's just see if that will take off some of that pink. I think she's too pink at the moment. Just going to do a little bit in this darkest area first. Shut up, Shadow. Shh. Being noisy. Yes, you are. Just blending that out a bit. You can really see the Zest-It on the paper now because of the white that we've used. It really seems to take away that kind of sort of clouded look from the white. I'm just going to use a dry brush just to blend that in. And just soften that edge off a little bit. Now, did that help get rid of some of that pink? Not really. Okay, let's try blue again. I just want to get rid of a little bit of that shade of pink that's in there. It looks a little bit too red, pink, whichever you want to call it. Seems to me that the blue works the best, but anyway. Let's give her another layer of blue then. Just coming into these shadows a little bit. And the paper's completely dry now, so we're kind of just doing another layer. And it feels like I'm still just going over the original paper as a first layer because I haven't pushed down any of the tooth. So it still feels quite nice. And it's still got a little bit of grit there. A little bit on this side here, we don't want too much. Just a wee bit. I think that's just going to be enough. Just blending it out into these shadows so we don't have a defined line there. This side's not going to be quite as dark because we've got the light coming directly on this side. So I've just dipped my brush and it's been enough to do all of that we just laid on. I don't need to go in and redo that. Now what I'm going to do is, I don't want to add any more of that caput mortuum, whatever, however you say it, because I think it's going to make it too pink. But I might use a tiny little bit of black and just go in around the nose in those darkest areas. And just define those areas. Just use the brush again. I haven't dipped it in again, but just smoothing off. Smudging it out a little bit. Graceland, I was just showing there that this is the paper I'm using today. And I'm using the smooth side. So I actually turned it over. The top side's a little bit rougher. Turned it over and printed on the smoother side. They're almost exactly the same, but the other side doesn't have as much bumps and lumps in it. And because we're using the Zest-It, I didn't want too many bumps and lumps because we're going to have to use too much to blend it out. So what I'm actually going to do is, I think she needs a little bit more colour in here, but I'm going to do the rest of the skin first and see how she looks once we've finished. So I'm pretty sure we did the first two colours. I think we stopped at terracotta. So I think we're up to, I probably should have looked at that, cinnamon. I think we only did the first two layers. So let's come in and add a little bit of cinnamon. Cinnamon to that. We want this side fairly dark because we've got a fair bit of shadow like this side of her face. Coming over, I'm not putting any pressure on, I'm just running the pencil over the top of the tooth and allowing the paper to take the pigment off onto the paper. So we don't have to put too much pressure on it. So this project's inspired by those that have had carpal tunnel operations and find it hard to put pressure down. Just showing that you can get some really nice pretty skin colors and still get a beautiful image even if you're not putting pressure down on the paper. I've used I think I've used Zest-It before for another color along, and I've used Vaseline, which works well. I don't have Gamsol, but I hear that Gamsol and Zest-It are the same. Gamsol has a bit more of a smell apparently. Just coming out and past the area I did before now. Just starting to fill in the gaps. Hi Sue, welcome. She's disappeared now. I don't know where she went. Shadow, where did you go? I'm sure she'll come back. I did use a bit of cinnamon, did I? I couldn't remember. I know I used it on the face, but I couldn't remember using it on the skin, on the bottom here. So we're just going to use it again, and I'm going to start to fill in some of these gaps with a really light layer as well. So just really lightly coming in, filling out some of these gaps. Just trying to leave a little bit of a highlight on top of her collarbone there. If I can. Created a little bit of a highlight spot on top of the chest here and on this side, creating a little bit of the illusion of a bust there under her little corset. Just slowly, I call it bridging the gaps, but slowly building in the shapes so that we cover over all of the paper. Down on her arms here as well. Just come over all of that and all of this side. And I managed to put a border around it before I printed it so that I didn't have to go out all over, you know, I didn't need to figure out where I was going to stop because the image is cut off anyway. Yeah. Just reading, seeing if there's any questions. I need to get the second lot of the Lightfast, Derwent Lightfast. I've only got the first lot. I'm quite liking the colour soft on this paper. They're coming out really nice and smooth and creamy, a little bit smudgy. Right, so there's a couple of areas that are still quite white. I just want to go in with a really light layer over the top, just really lightly. Add a little bit of colour in there. Because we're going to go in with light flesh and some ivory, and I want a tiny little bit of flesh colour in there as well. I love cinnamon, it is one of my favourite colours. Okay, it might be hard to see in this light, but I've just done a nice layer, thin layer over those lighter areas. I might actually blend this one out before we go to the next colour. So just coming over the top, blending that out a bit. Might need the bigger brush actually. Not going to cover a very big area with that little baby brush. Making sure I don't have too much excess on my brush. That's a little better. A little bit of a bigger area. What happened? Perhaps don't tell me here, but something obviously happened. Hi Cassandra, welcome. Hi Sherry, welcome. Hi Kathy, welcome. Did you get your image off Dawn? Oh, I didn't mention that. We're colouring Dawn Davidson's curly locks. Now, Heather did post up the link earlier in the chat. It's also in the description as well, and it takes you to the post in on Patreon, and you can download it from there. You can also purchase the image after this month, so if you're coming along and watching this later on, it's available in the Etsy store. Because there's not a lot of pigment, I needed to wet the brush a little bit more in these areas to be able to grab enough of that pencil. To blend it out. So I was teaching Nani how to speak the other day, and now that we've done that, we're having a little bit of an issue. When she's sitting watching us eat, she decides that she's going to sit and speak because that's what, you know, what we've been teaching her to do. Kind of annoying, but I think she's starting to get the hang of it now. But it's not all the time that she needs to speak. Very cute, very cheeky. She's a bit of a sneak too. She does this little crawling thing and sneaks off to grab things. And she eats everything. So that's fun. When it comes out the other side. I was outside this morning with her and she decided that she was going to chew on a rock. I'm like, that doesn't look like it will be digestible, but she just sat and gnawed on it. It keeps her quiet, so she's teething a lot. Oh, Mia was around. I saw her this morning. Or last night, I can't remember. Just gradually filling this out. And if you don't have issues and you just want to go in with pencil and get this done a little bit quicker, obviously you can do that too, using the same colours. And you can follow along. I've done heaps of colour alongs with Polychromos already, so if you're not wanting to use a solvent to do it, you can always follow along with one of those skin ones as well. Had a bit of drama yesterday. I logged into YouTube and there's a copyright section when you're a creator. In your settings when you're uploading and things like that, there's a section with copyright. Anyway, I've looked in there a few times, you know, not looked in there. And it's always said, oh no, everything's good, you're all good. And yesterday there was 3 channels that had uploaded my video onto their channels as their own. Could believe it. Like, who does that? Lucky enough to have some awesome patrons who went along and reported it, as well as obviously me reporting it, and they were taken down really quickly, so that was good. Alright, now what have we got? How does that happen? Why do people do that? Hi Shannon, welcome. Yeah, how weird is that? Light flash? I know, Amy, what the? Exactly. Different language, but still, it's besides the point, they shouldn't do it. So just coming over the top of everything now. I'm not going to leave too much of a highlight because there's no direct light here, because her hair is sort of coming over her face a little bit. It's not like this side, which is getting some direct light. It's going to be quite light. I think down here it's going to be lighter, but I don't think we're going to get anything that's going to be white. But yeah, so weird that that happened. Just happy they got taken down. And I mean, to tell you the truth, if YouTube, I don't know how long and why it takes so long for YouTube to figure these things out, but one of them was posted about a month after I did the original video, so it's been up for a year, which is kind of concerning. They don't name them the same as the original video, obviously that's not going to work, but yeah, a little bit annoying. I'm going to leave a little bit of white here on the shoulder. And it's my video that's done the most amount of views. It's almost had 250,000 views now. So yeah, I was rather disappointed in that too, that they would, I mean, go do your own paint by numbers and video it yourselves. Seriously. Took me a lot of work to do that video. And I'm actually in the process of filming, or almost finished editing part 2 of that video, answering everybody's questions. Had so many comments in it. Just trying to put an even layer on by going over the sections in multiple directions, so going in one direction, then coming back in another direction, just to make sure you've got everything covered. It's true. Yeah, Heather. I know, it's so weird. Nothing, they just take the video down. They don't get into trouble at all. I don't think it's a copyright strike at all. I think it just gets taken down. I'm not sure, to be honest. I haven't looked. But all 3 of the videos were taken down. And last year I purchased a license to Artlist. Artlist, there's a link in the description below if you're interested in looking at it, but they you're supposed to be able to use any of their songs in their catalogue without having any issues with copyright, or like you own a license to it. So yeah, I got a thing saying that somebody had claimed one of the songs in my newest video as their own. And I'm like, what? No, I got it off Artlist. So I had to email Artlist, and they need me to send a whole information back because I do have the legal rights to the song. So I was a little bit annoyed with that too. So I've just muted the video, the song in the video for now, until I get it all sorted out with Artlist, because that's a bit frustrating. I'm paying, you know, money, good money actually. It's like $400 for a year to have the rights to the music and not have to worry about that kind of thing. So of course you can imagine my disappointment finding out that they don't want to monetize my video because somebody else's song is in it. But technically I've got the rights or the license to that song, so I should be able to use it. So it's a little frustrating how it all works, but hopefully I can get that sorted out quickly. So if you watch the newest video with Christine Caran's beautiful book in it, the end of the video is now muted, so there's no music. Just have to imagine it, put your own on there, alright? Amy, YouTube actually tell you, they must have some sort of algorithm that looks at videos and compares them. But yeah, they actually told me that there was 3 videos that were matching mine. But yeah, it makes me glad now that I've got this little watermark down here on all my videos, so if ever I come across anything, I know that it is my own. I can, yeah, a little frustrating, but I guess it's how the world works, isn't it? Runs out to get something for nothing. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't generalize it. Those people are out to get something for nothing. There you go. Not everybody's like that. Starting to fill in the skin. Still need to get it a little bit smoother than it is, but because we're going to be doing white over the top, that'll help smooth anything that's left over. I was hacked on Facebook. That time a couple of months ago when Facebook was, there was like thousands of people that were hacked by Facebook, on Facebook. My account was one of them. I had to go and change everything and reset everything, and pain in the butt. And then you got to remember all your new passwords again. It's frustrating. Oh, my brush just fell apart. Great. That's what you get for having cheap brushes. Looks like a little eyelash, but it's a piece of the brush. Alright, she's starting to look pretty cool. Hey, This is not going to take too much longer, I don't think. We've still got eyes and lips and things to do, so even if it does get finished fairly quickly, we've got plenty to do in the next hour and a bit. Half an hour for doing doing the giveaway. I know, Sue, that's exactly my thoughts. You got people who try really, really hard and work really, really hard to get where they are, and then you've got people who take advantage of that. Yeah, it's frustrating. I don't know why that's in my head. It's just in there. Yeah, drop my pencil. Can't drop anything on the ground, Nanny would pinch it. What's wrong, Kenny? Mineral spirits. I don't know what mineral spirits do. Or is that your password? Hi, Deb. Welcome. Like you, Abby. Ah, dear. Don't use too much is my my theory, Amy. I'm going to use some ivory. I did have I said to hubby yesterday morning, I'm going to tell my girls, because you're my girls, and my guys, if there's any guys, that this has happened. So I went on to the Facebook chat and said, all right, guys, this is what's happened. Here are the links. Go complain. And they all jumped to it and they helped me out. I didn't even have to post it publicly. These awesome ladies did it for me. Just coming over everything with the ivory. Adding a little bit more yellow into the skin. It's fantastic having such wonderful supporters. And even just to talk about it and say this happened is good too. It's nice to get off your chest and not to stress too much about. It's just frustrating. It just takes time. It's just time out of, you know, your busy work life that you don't need. Thanks, Kenny. I think the channels are still there. One of them had 600 and something subscribers, so they weren't a little channel. But it makes me wonder, all the videos that were on their channel, were they theirs or are they someone else's that they've stolen? It's a little frustrating. But what they're doing is they're putting the video up on their channel and then they're posting their affiliate links in the description for their own company that they're representing so that they can make money out of the video. It's not that they're going to make a lot of money out of the actual video as such, but they'll make money from the link that they're posting for people to go purchase them. So that's what I would have been losing out on. So weird that the video did so well. It wasn't one of my best, I wouldn't say. It's just that it just had heaps of exposure. It's done really well. Kind of a bit of a shock to me, but it's starting to look a lot smoother now. Still trying to keep it fairly light pressure too, but just making sure that I'm covering all of the paper. My actual lead is quite flat too. Now it's sort of flattened off. You can see it's nice and flat, which is helping me lay down colour without putting too much pressure down as well. Just going to add a little bit more on the face there where it's got really white looking. Looking good. Let's go back over that with a little bit more zested. I think they get 3 strikes. Yeah, maybe. Maybe Cassandra, I'm not sure. Oh no, mine's still there. My video is still there. It was my most popular video, Paint by Numbers. It's called What They Don't Tell You, Paint by Numbers Review. I don't know how, but somehow it's just got really popular really quickly. I filmed it about a year ago for a Paint by Numbers company, who I'm still working with. I've done the diamond painting from them, and I'm in the process of doing another Paint by Numbers part 2, because they've got a few updates on their website now, so I said that I'd do another one. I think I need some more depth. I think we're losing our depth in this layer. Before using white, I think I'll come back in and we'll do another layer of the 2 darker ones. So let's do that. We have the illusion that we've got, I don't know, but anyway, it is depth. I need to add more darkness. Let's add some more Caput Mortem. Ah, thanks, Pat. Oh, thank you guys. Oh, no worries, Sherry. Hi, Coolaroo. Welcome. I'm going to use the Caput Mortuum again, and I'm just going to put some darkness back in. I think we've lost a lot in that last layer. Just going to go define a few of these darker areas again, just really lightly. We've still got a bit of zested on the paper, so it's going to grip the pencil quite well. We don't want to push too hard because we don't want to indent the paper still. Try and keep it nice and smooth. Just adding that depth back in. Kind of drew out that little bit of a ditch there where the collarbone is. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's much better already. I do want this area quite dark, but I just want to do a really light layer. A little bit further. Just going to turn my pencil on the side so I don't be tempted to put too much in there. Good trick. Back to this side. It's kind of a strange shape in here on her shoulder because of all that hair hanging over. So I'm just going to go around those sections. Much darker it's already looking with just one layer, and once we blend that out it's going to be darker again because the color gets a little bit more reach as you blend it out. This bit of the arm here is going to be darker because it's against her body. Just turning my thing. I've got a little plastic tray holding my pencils and the paper keeps rubbing on the tray. Making that squeaky noise. Squeaky, squeaky. I'm going to use circular motions down here so I don't get those lines that I had before. And it was hard to try and blend out those lines. And give her a bit of definition on the collarbone there. How's that look so far? I think we're looking good. And we'll come back in with a tiny bit of the terracotta. I don't want to add too much because this color is really quite orange, but I want to add some of that color in so it's not too pink. It's a fine line. It's a fine line. I shouldn't be singing that song. Is that the Divinals? That happens to me all through my day. Things pop into my head and it makes me remember songs. But I'm like an 80s girl, so I only remember stuff from the 80s. I don't remember the rest of my life. It's true what they say though, that your teenage years defines what kind of music that you'll listen to. I'm in trouble because I'm a metalhead. Bit of rock now it's called. It's weird how music changes and the genres change when you get older. I remember rock was like I don't know, the Eagles were rock when I was younger. Now Guns N' Roses is rock. But it used to be called metal when I was younger. I feel old now. How depressing. How depressing. Yeah, green. I've got two colours that I've used, a little bit of green and a little bit of blue. I think the blue worked a little bit better when it was too orange. If it's too pink, you could add a little bit more green. It doesn't really matter. But give it a try on either of them and you'll be able to see which works better. I think the blue actually worked better on this skin. It made those shadows look a little bit more purple rather than pink, which I quite liked. But give it a go, just try it. It's good trying different colours in skin. You want to use complementary colours, things that neutralise and make them look a little bit more neutral rather than too orange or too brown, or unless you're trying to go for that, of course. Oh, scratchy, scratchy. Add a little bit of that down the side. But I usually do it after I've sort of put on a bit of everything, because, and I even put on the white and everything there before adding it. Got cinnamon again. And I just made a boo-boo and I scratched the paper, so I'm going to have an indentation there now. So when I come over with the white pencil, I might need to put a little bit of pressure in that area just to flatten that tooth out properly. Just going to come really lightly over the lightest areas. Gradually building up the pigment so it becomes a little bit smoother. Oh, looky here. There's a blemish in my paper. I can already see it. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see it. Oh, it's nearly time for giveaway. Already this morning. Look at my blemish right there. Nothing sticking to that area of paper, so we'll have to disguise it somehow. I'll see if I can spread that colour over with the Zest It. I saw that Dee did another dog with PanPastels the other day. It looked amazing. I hate that I keep missing them. She's got some amazing talent, that one. It's looking a little dirty, isn't it? She's dirty looking. You saw the dog? Hi Erica, welcome. Hi Lulu, welcome. Don't you want to colour a tree trunk? Headbangers, exactly. Oh shoot. I won't have any hair left to headbang. I'll have like short hair by then. Hubby's got no hair now. He can't do it anymore. Oh, we both had long hair. I had long blonde hair. So weird though, because my dad, he was a seaweed sucker, they called them, a surfer, and he had really long blonde hair. So at my age of 16 to 18, my dad's hair was very, very similar to mine. It's kind of weird, isn't it? How the life cycle works. Goes around and round. And my daughter brought this cute little corduroy jacket the other day, and I said to her, oh my gosh, you look like Punky Brewster. She's like, what's that? I go, it's an 80s thing. Look, it's 80s. 80s is coming back. And those big jackets, oversized jackets, are coming back. They're all things that we had when we were young. I find as I come over with a few more layers, I don't need as much of the zester to blend because we've already got a bit of a coat underneath it. And the pencil's starting to build up on top of the paper, which makes it easier to smooth out and blend. Oh, awesome, Lily. Thank you. I really enjoyed doing the latest one, the Christine Caran one. I was in my little bit of a what am I doing state, I think. It happens. You know, you have those moments where you start to do something and you're sitting there looking at it going, what am I doing? Why isn't it working? Yeah, that happens. Probably happens more often than I say, but I seem to be able to work through that. I'm sure there'll be a day where I just go, nah, can't do it. Had enough. It's much better. Now it's a little bit too dark, but once we put in our, oh, too much. Once we put in our white over the top, that'll lighten it a lot. Trying to keep those light sections light. It's funny how different techniques can take so much longer than others though, isn't it? Just got to be careful here. This is a bit of paper that I couldn't cover over properly. So last Friday was a bit of a bummer actually. We had a bit of a downer day that day. Went to a funeral, nearly 42, and she was not even 40 yet. She hadn't had her 40th birthday, and she passed away from bowel cancer, so that was a bit sad. A friend of my daughter, her mum. It's just cancer sucks. That whole F cancer thing is so true. Just we don't need doctors and things like from the 1800s killing people. We've got cancer now. Oh, it's sad. Very sad. Hi Maria, welcome. Hi Rochelle, welcome. Gem. We used to watch Barbie as well. Barbie and the Rockers. Oh dear. Cartoons like the Floppy Dogs and the Care Bears and movies like E.T. and actually E.T. might have been earlier. No, I think that's right, in the 80s. Oh, I can hear a police car. We're actually close to a main road here, so we hear a lot of the police and ambulance and fire go past here. Alright, now we need to even it up. It's looking a little blotchy and a little out of place in some areas, so let's go in and add in some white. I'm going to use the Luminance white, concentrating on these whiter areas here first. Adding in our highlight, just doing a light layer out over these darker areas. I'm just going to concentrate on these highlights down here too. I want them to sort of stand out a little bit more, giving her a little bit of shape. Just going to smooth it all off. Oh, I missed. What are we talking about now? Oh, Holly, so sorry. American Bandstand. I don't think I know what that is, but I'm not in America, so that's probably why. So when I was a teenager, my stepdad was into like the young ones and I don't know, Rowan Atkinson was really popular. Doug Anthony All Stars, that was one of my hubby's favourites. I'd say here in Australia we were probably a few years behind America too, like, you know, these trends that were coming out in America, they wouldn't come to us till a year or two later. No mobile phones, no real computers and things like that, not like they are now. It's scary actually how quickly they grew. But you know, my computer was like an Apple Mac and it was a box. And you know, you could play Lode Runner and Lemmings on it. Battle Chess, that was a popular one too. Well guys, I am going to put the giveaway rules up and we're going to do a giveaway. So Dawn's given us one image of the winner's choice from her Etsy store to pick. She will send that to you. Big thank you to Dawn for being involved in this. And the Etsy store is it's the Davidson family art. Like it's everybody's. Like her and Matt both do images, which is kind of cool. I'm just going to blend all that out and make it nice and smooth now. And we're going to need to add some blue in here because it's looking really orange. Concentrating on the light and moving out over the darker areas. Just smoothing it all off, making it nice and smooth now, getting rid of some of those blotchy spots that I had. That was a Luminance white I was using. You don't have to use that. You could try the Prismacolor one. I do find that the Polychromos one is too hard. It doesn't quite work the same. But if you have to, you could use that too. Oh, no worries, Lulu. Oh, it is. I've seen it. I haven't actually got it. I should get it and do a flip through. Alright guys, let's do the rules. Okay guys, pick one number between 1 and 100. Only one number per person. First person to call that number owns that number. No chatting during number calling until winning number is drawn. No numbers before the words go, go, go or stop, stop, stop will be counted. There's a big long gap here. I don't know why. Who is this person trying to post in our chat? Don't forget to make sure that you're on live chat and not top chat. So if you click on the little box at the top there, then make sure that's on live. The closest number to the generated number without going over that number wins. And that's it, I think. I think that's it. I have a yogurt today. Any giveaway or promotion is in no way sponsored, endorsed or administered by or associated with YouTube, Facebook, Instagram or Dawn Davidson. Let's have a look. Okay. The camera's a bit off today. She needs some blue, doesn't she? Everybody ready? Let's hear some readies. No morning tea coffee today, or no morning tea today. Hubby's working. Those that have already won a giveaway in the last month will need to sit out today, and that will give everybody a chance to win a prize. And we're ready to go. Good luck, everybody. Remember, only one number. I'm having a little trouble liking this skin. Something's happening here that I'm not liking. Too light, I think, in that area. It needs to be darkened, and then it dries off, and it dries off lighter. Anyhow, just gonna keep working. Sounds like my postie. I wonder if it's going to stop today or if he's just going to beep. I should do some bets. Actually, there sounds like there's a lot of commotion going on out there. There must have been an accident. It's starting to smooth off. What do you guys think? Well, don't tell me because you're not allowed to chat during this bit, but you know. I haven't got my alarm on either, so it's probably about time that I stop. So I'm just gonna sneeze. Oh, bless me. Last chance. Alrighty, let me grab my phone. Thank you. Random, oh, Annis's, Annis and, random.org. Annis and Lisa are posting stuff on their Patreon, and I'm just getting messages. Ready? Generate. Thank you guys. It's number 85. So who got closest to number 85 without going over it? Let's have a look. Excuse me. All right. I think it was Bev. Can I have admins just confirm that at 74? Thank you, everybody. I had Bev first before Kim. Yeah, that's what I had. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3 confirming that. So Bev, excuse me. Now I'm coughing. Congratulations, and I will need you to email me here and let me know what image that you would like, and she's excited, and I can get Dawn to send that to you. So I've just popped my email there, so go check it out. If you didn't win today and you would like to see some more of Dawn's stuff and Matt, I have their Etsy store here. Etsy me. I'll pop it up there so you can check it out yourself later on, and it's all in the description below, so check it out there as well. If you would like to get the image for free, it is only available for the month of September, and I have a link for that too. Oh, look, Heather's done it. Too quick. I'm too slow. More like it. Oh dear. This is starting to look really good. I'm really happy with how it's coming out. It looks nice and smooth. There's plenty of cover. We've got light and dark areas. Just blending out that white pencil now. I'm definitely going to need to put some more blue in here. Get a little bit more depth. Just making sure I've got everything blended out and smooth. And then we can do the eyes and the lips. We'll make them nice blue-green colored eyes, and we'll do some nice red lips. We will, sorry, I'm way down on the camera here. Alright, just cleaning off my brush because it's got a lot of white on there at the moment. Got my yogurt as well. Let's do some blue. She always beats me with those links, doesn't she? Hi! Who have we got there? Hi, Lisa! We've got it. How are you? I'm just eating my yogurt. And Bev, no problems at all. I do have color charts. All of that information's in the description as well. It is on my Patreon page too, so you can go check that out. I'm using the ultramarine, and I'm just going to add a little bit of blue to those dark shadow areas, and hopefully that will just get rid of some of that orange. I don't think I need it in all of the areas, but just a few. Just a few areas. Let's try that. I did clean off my brush already, so there's hardly anything on my brush. Just enough to softly blend that out. I think I've still got too much white there. Just going to clean it off again. I think I need more than that, maybe a little bit more. Just going to put a little bit down that side. Because this is the darkest side, we do want to be able to see that clearly, so okay. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like I need a little bit more white flesh just up here. I think I've lost a little bit of colour there. It's too white. Going to blend that out. I think that's much better. Yeah? Hi Cece, welcome. Hi Emily, welcome. Guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. I think that's good. I do believe that I could possibly go in with a tiny little bit more white in these really highlight areas down here. But I think I might actually leave it until we've done her hair. Make sure... Uh-oh. Goodness me. Excuse me. It's spring here, so I have hay fever. And it's been really bad. Really bad. Just got that light flesh again. I just want to do a little bit here on top of her cheek. I know, I just felt like the white was a little bit too bright. I think I'm happier with that. Alright, let's move on and do her eyes. I'm going to zoom in for this because we want to be able to see what I'm doing. Oh, she's so pretty. Alright, we're going to try to leave Blackfoot till last. I'm going to use dark phthalo green. I'm going to put fairly heavy at the top of the eye. And I'm going to come all the way around the bottom. You can see that okay. And do a really light layer over the whole eye. So I've come fairly dark around the top section and around the outside of the eye. And then I'm going to put a nice light layer over all of it. Not too worried about the highlights now. Okay, I've got a tiny little bit of cinnamon and I just want to put some of that in the corner of her eye. And let's just put a tiny little bit on these edges. Just give that eye some shadow. Okay. Got ultramarine. Going firm at the top. I'm actually going to do some little flicks in and do a nice big shadow on the bottom there. Couple of flicks in and a shadow. So they're going to be kind of green blue. So flicking in. I want the bluer sections to be in around the edges and the lighter green. Okay, so coming back in with that green and just adding a little bit more depth into those green sections. And I'm going to do some of those flicks out as well. So she's got blue-green eyes. It's hard to see, but she has. Put the blue again. Coming in and flicking in and around the outside. Putting a bit of a shadow on the bottom. Flicking. Alright, and then the green, just filling that in a little bit more, shading over, and just doing a couple of flicks out. Blue-green. Alright, so I've got a tiny little bit of black, and I'm going to do a bit of a shade over these white areas, just a little bit. We don't want to put too much. Now just while I've got that, I might actually use Prismacolor white because the lead's a little bit smaller, and just blend that black out into the eye. So we've got the whites of the eye, I've got a bit of a shadow on the edges. I'm doing that now before I do anything else because the white tends to smudge the black, so if I was to do this last after doing all the eyeliner parts, it's just going to smudge and I'll have to redo it. So we'll do it now before we get that far. I'm going to put this white in that little highlight on the eye there. Help keep that nice and white. Okay, now we'll use black to do all the details. Thank you. I find that happens a lot, and I'm not sure why it lags like that. I think it depends on the gap between when you say you're going live or starting the stream to when it actually connects, is how long the gap is or how far it is. Now she's got no eyelashes, so we want to add eyelashes, and I also want to add some eyeliner. So using the Polychromos black, it's nice and sharp. I'm just going to come around and line around the outside first. Just coming around that eye. Creating our eyeliner first. I'm also going to add a nice shading of this black on the top of the eye where we've laid down the blue and the green to add a bit of a shadow, and also going over the pupil just to make that nice and dark again. Let's do that on this side, going around the outside, marking in that eyeliner part. Just coming in and shading on the top section of the eye and adding some into the pupil as well. She's got some nice dark colour there. Just adding a little bit of shading under the coloured part of the eye there as well. Okay, we want to add eyelashes. So I'm just going to flick in a diagonal direction, just that way. And I'm going to do the same on the other side, so I'm just going to turn my page a bit so I can do that. Just going to make a couple of those longer. She needs some just on the bottom, just a couple on the very corners, and on this side as well. She doesn't look quite so strange now that she's got some eyelashes. This eye's a little bit darker, so I just need to darken this up a little bit. That's better. I think there's a bit of a shine on that because it looks fine from here, but on camera I can see it looks lighter. White gel pen. may have to go back over the gel pen when you finish, because I find that sometimes a pencil rubs over it. There's all sorts of things there. I'm going to put a little spot on the opposite side here as well, if I can. Pen doesn't want to work. It's having a spastic. I can't move the ball bearing. Hang on. There we go. Now, I did actually, I don't know if it was consciously or subconsciously, make this eye look slightly lighter too, but I need a different pen. That's not working. That's better. Jelly roll. Do a little bit of a spot on this edge too, because that's where the light's coming from. We can do some sparkles around the waterline, make it look kind of wet. In the little corners of the eye. Just adding a couple of speckles there. Pop a bit of a highlight on, like that. Oh, she's so pretty. It's a shame our eyebrows aren't done yet. Now, that looks kind of strange, so let's add a little bit of shadow there. Kind of looked cornered rather than round, so I'm just going to round it off a bit. That's better. Same here, just round it off slightly. Adding a little bit of blue there as well. Not going to bother blending that out. I think it's going to make a nice addition. Okay, done. Ta-da! What'd you have trouble with? Bye, Sue. You have a dot on your computer screen. What? Thanks, Abby. Thanks, Bev. Did I fix it enough, Loretta? Excuse me. I found that it was too square too, so just neatened it up a little bit. Might just add a tiny little bit of black in there. Round it off a bit more. We can add a little bit more. We can add some more black. You know what though? I think I might need to use a line, like a fine liner or something to get the depth, because the pencil's just kind of smoothing off the page a bit. It's blending in a bit too much. Cheers. It's a little better. And that eye now looks too dark, so you know, we're just gonna play around and try to fix that up a little bit. There we go. Good. Alright, lips. What is the time? 20 minutes. Lips. Oh, lips. What did I do for the lips? Dark red. Zoom back in. Dark red. Let's zoom in now. Oh, broke that pencil. Damn. Just lining in the middle. I'm going to use black pencil. Black. Come into that middle bit and shade over that. I also think I might shade down the middle a little bit on this side. We'll put a little bit underneath there, but that side of the lip's going to be a little bit lighter than the other. Down the middle. Shading a fair bit of that side. Just a little bit there. Then using the red over the top. Down the middle. I'm using firm pressure too. I'm not going to come back in with another layer of colour, so I can go fairly firmly in here. And where the black is, it's just deepened up that red. So I don't have to use hundreds of colours on the lips. I can just use the 2, maybe 3, because I'll be putting a little bit of white. So just blending out from that area. I'm going to try to leave a little bit of a highlight on this side and on this side. You can't wear red lipstick? I don't think everyone can pull off red lipstick. I used to work in a pharmacy and we learned how to do professional screen makeup, and we had to wear red lipstick. All of us girls had the same makeup every day. We put on professional makeup using white. I'm just going to grab some of that colour. Just blend it off and give ourselves a little bit of a highlight there. And here. Down here. Coming back in with the red. Just to darken the edges. And cover any other tooth that I didn't cover over already. I think it depends on the style of makeup that you wear. And we need, I can't use a gel pen, it's not going to go over that, so I'm going to use paint pen. Thank you so much, Helen, for helping out and also helping me yesterday with that video. Much appreciated. Just got the Caput Mortem and just going to come around that lip area a tiny little bit. Okay, now I can see some of these areas that need to be darkened a tiny bit. Under the lip here. I'm just using the Caput Mortem, whatever, that one. Could probably use a little bit more of that dark red. Keep going to say deep red. I think there's a deep red in this set as well. And just around the outside of the lip with the white pencil, just to get that highlight nice and light. Done. Zooming out. Bit of white. I'm using the Prisma white now because you can see there's not much left. Just highlighting some of these areas here. I still think it's a bit light here. What do you guys think? I think I need some more yellow. In there. I think it's just a little bit too light. It does, doesn't it? It looks like she's wearing a wig. Part of her is about to jump out of the... Just throwing them around. Put them in their little box and get them out of the way. Still... I still think we are not quite right, but that's okay. Once we do the hair, it might look a little bit... It's so hard because the hair's not on there. It does look kind of strange at the moment, but we've got to remember that we do have to put the hair in. Fantastico! Fantastico. I'm going to add a little bit of blue and a little bit of purple, I think. So the manganese violet and the ultramarine blue. Just with the smaller brush. As to not smudge it out too much. A little bit. A little bit. You guys don't have to do exactly like that anyway. You can decide whether you think it needs it or not. But I'm going to do some nice burgundy brown hair, so I think that will cover up any of the imperfections in the skin and the sides of the face here. And I think it will darken it slightly. Or it may lighten it, and we may need to go completely darker in this skin area. So we'll know more once we put that hair on, of course. Also, I've got crappy lighting here. Once I scan it, you'll be able to see in the scan how different it is to the screen, because we've got all of that light reflecting off it. Technically she's got light reflecting off her, but I don't think it's quite as even as it is in real life on camera. Makes sense? Makes sense to me. Barely. But I think we're done for the day. Come and join me again on Monday. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe. I'm not sure. We'll find out. See how I'm feeling on the day. I have all these new books now, so I might need to pick something out of one of the new books. Maybe from Coleridge Wild, because I haven't done one of those for a while. Who knows? Who knows? Thank you. Zest It Pencil Blend. Doesn't actually say what's in it. May be harmful if swallowed, induces vomiting immediately, seek medical advice. Repeated exposure to skin may cause dryness and cracking. Wear suitable gloves. Do not heat or spray. Avoid eating, drinking, or smoking when using this product. Keep out of reach of children. Contains aliphatic hydrocarbon. It says Zest It citrus free. Who knows what's in it? Let me see if it's on the bottom of this. Aliphatic hydrocarbon. Same thing, avoid contacts with eyes and prolonged contact with skin. For use with Zest It. Thank you, lovely people, for joining me today, and I look forward to doing some more. We'll do a week on the hair, and then the following week we'll finish the clothes and the background. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the background, but we might draw something in because there's nothing there, so we'll just make a background, shall we? Eco House Extra Mild Citrus Blender. Very good. Also, we have here in Australia something called I think it's just called orange spray. Something like that would work too. But if you're allergic to citrus, then obviously that's not the way to go. Guys, I hope to see you on Patreon too. I just did release the picture of Esmeralda as a full video on Patreon. And also the image that we were doing on Monday, I've actually finished. And I'm going to post up the flip through and speed colouring today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know where it went. I'm trying to find it. Do you guys want to see the finished product? Here you go. Found it. She's finished. Oh, she looks kind of strange. I've had it rubbed under bulk, so it's probably picked something up there. Let's find the actual image, which may look slightly better. due to it being under all my stuff. See, that's what happens when I don't put stuff away. That's okay. Here we go. Look at her there. Perfect. So the video for that's now up on Patreon, the raw video, and also a colour list if you don't have markers is there as well. But thank you very much, guys, for watching. Big thank you again to Davidson, and make sure you check her out on her website. Everything is in the description below the video, so open the description, check out all the links, all her social media, the Etsy store, everything like that is there as well. Thank you very much. Van Gogh style. Alright guys, thanks again. Have a great day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Make sure you click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very muchly. I have a crying dog at the door. Do you guys want to see Nani before I go? Alright, well I am finished up, so if you're ready to head off you can. I'm just going to grab that little puppy. Have you got Nani there? Show them how clever you are? Hey? You gonna show them how clever you are? Here she is. Let's just move some of this stuff because I know you'll eat it. Hello. Oh, thank you. Are you gonna speak? 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 Do it again, that wasn't loud. Speak? Speak. Good girl. She's going to eat the camera. Oh my gosh, you're so big. Give me back my pencils, you cheeky brat. She would eat the pencils if she could, I tell you. You going to try again? You going to speak? Nani? Nani? Speak? Good girl. Alright guys, she is huge. She can't fit under the camera now. And she's bloody heavy. We weighed her on Monday. She weighs 7.1 kilos when we weighed her on Monday. She had put on 2.5 kilos in 2 weeks. So she's growing heaps. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye everyone. Say bye. Speak. Say bye. Speak. Speak. Good girl. Bye.